Oh, chat. It's Friday. Bro, I'm not even gonna lie. It was such a struggle for me to go live today, bro. I've been busy all day. That's cat. Well, I did go to the gym. I did go for a bike ride. I did read today. Okay, so I've done 3, and I did have a work meeting today. So I've done 4. Let me take this gum out too, because I don't want to be chomping on no gum and getting the gum chomping sounds all up in your airways. You know what I'm saying? Because that wouldn't be nice. I'm not trying to hop on somebody's stream and just hear them. Unless I'm doing an ASMR stream and I'm not an ASMR content creator, chat. You already know this though, Sir Roderick, logging into RuneScape. I've already been logged in today. Did I accomplish anything in RuneScape today? Yes, the answer is yes. I accomplished one rune crafting level. Because I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I am currently doing SOTE. SOTE, Song of the Elves. I'm doing it, and I got to the last part, and I failed. I can't believe I got to the last part, chat. I got to the last part, chat, and I failed. I didn't defend. So at the last part, you got to defend a barrier. And, you know, my defensive skills were just not up to par, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I failed. So then I watched the guide. And in the guide, they said to use spells, like the, how do you call it? Ancients. The ancient spell book. And specifically, they said to use Ice Blitz, or what was it? Ice Burst, Blood Burst, or Ice Burst, Smoke Blitz. Which one hits multiple targets? Bursting? I think it's bursting, yeah. Bursting hits multiple targets. I know Barrage hits multiple targets, but I don't know. I think it's burst. Yeah, it's bursting. But in the video, the guy was using Barrage, bro. He's using the Fakey the Baraga. Fakey the Venge Baraga. He's using the Baraga. But he's using the Barrage. So anyway, the reason I was over here at the Guardians of the Rift, I thought maybe I could, you know, farm the fucking runes, bro. And look, I already got some more runes, but I still don't think I have enough runes. I think I'm going to have to buy some runes, bro. I'm going to have to buy runes, bro. I only have 576K, and I didn't want to blow through my cash stack, but I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to blow through the cash stack, bro. I think I'm going to have to buy some runes, bro. I'm not going to lie. I think I'm going to have to buy some runes. Because I think right now, we should finish Song of the Elves. We should finish Song of the Elves, chat. That's W content. Watching me finish Song of the Elves for the first time ever in my whole RuneScape career. That's W content, chat. I might fail. I might get knocked down, but I get up again, and I'm but I get knocked down, but I get up again, and I'm No? I know you're not used to that, bro. Because every time you get knocked down, you just stay down. You just gotta get knocked down and not get up again. Shout out to Locked In Lofton. Is it Rage Bait? I don't know. I don't know. Facts, bro. If you fart, they'll forget in a day. But if you shit yourself, they'll remember for a lifetime. They'll call you the shit my pants guy. I know, bro. And you know what's really crazy? I got this elite clue in the last step. I hope this is the last step. I really hope this is the last step. Excuse me. Check steps. 5 steps. How many steps does an elite clue scroll have? Can we Google that? Is that Googleable? How many steps does an elite? How many steps does an escalator have? Okay, a clue scroll elite is the second highest tier of treasure trail. It can be between 5 and 7 steps long and rewards an elite reward casket completion. Okay. What do you get from an elite casket? Possible rewards. The average loot roll is worth 72,477. The average loot roll is worth 72K? Huh? The average loot roll is worth, on average, elite clues. What does that mean? What is a loot roll? The average loot roll is, but on average, elite clues are worth 362,000. That's kind of fire, bro. So all right. If I could choose one item to get from this elite clue scroll, what would I choose? If I could get anything, bro. Third age cloak, third age weapons. Bro, a third age longsword. Oh my gosh, bro. I would nut. I would nut. If I get a third age longsword, I'm nutting on stream, bro. On stream is crazy, bro. Just blah, 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 blah. Third age longsword, bro. But anywho, we have to prepare. Song of the Elves, old school RuneScape. Hey guys. No.
Teleport crystals. Follow the footprints. Next, we will need to search the elven lamp. I have quite easily defended the barricade with these following items. Any 3x3 area attack.
Okay, 3x3 area attack. Okay, let's see. Ice Burst. Ice Burst is a second tier ice spell from the Ancient Magic Spellbook. Available at level 22 damage without any magic damage boost per cast. Ice Burst can freeze targets. Yeah. Okay, it is also able to hit. Okay. So we're going to do Ice Burst. Ice Burst. Ice Burst. I'm already on it. I'm literally already on it. Fucking dumb shithead. Main. Okay. So we need Death Runes and Chaos Runes. Okay. Let's just check the bank. Death Runes and Chaos Runes. However, hold on a second. Blood Burst requires Death Runes, Chaos Runes, and Blood Runes, okay? So first and foremost, we don't have a lot of, we have a good amount of Chaos Runes. Okay, Death Runes. And I also need to get an Ancient Staff, bro. I gotta do a lot of shit right now, bro. There's a lot of shit I need to do. A lot of shit I need to do, bro. I just want to get this quest done. It hasn't really been that hard, I'm not gonna lie. But the fucking maze shit, bro, was so annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like the maze part, bro. All right, let's see. Free, no copyright, background music. We're just gonna keep some fucking beats on. If you want to hear me spit a verse, you gotta follow. Yeah. Checking my bank. That's 9.04 M's in it. Okay. Anyway. So we gotta buy the cheapest death rooms. Gertrude. Come on, bro. Like, okay, I get it, bro. Like, I'm not like, you know what the fuck I'm asking, bro. Like, why would you answer that way? Like, you're a smart ass. Oh, Gertrude. Like, come on, bro. What is the best shop to buy death rooms? Brother says Gertrude. Obviously, we know you could fucking raise the cat to buy a kitten to change it into a cat to go buy the fuck to get free death rooms. We're not asking that. We're saying what's the best shop to buy death rooms from? Okay, what's the best shop in Ewell Nevitz? Gertrude. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. And I just exposed that I was looking at some not safe for work content on the side there. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Y'all, I know y'all niggas watch porn sometimes, but okay. Gertrude sells kittens. Whoosh. There's no whoosh, bro. Anyway, Prif, Majoring, and Yanil Baba Yaga. They're just expensive. Arcia shop is my go-to. No one ever there. Areas like Port Serum, since you can buy on Free-to-Play Worlds. Okay. So I guess we're gonna go to wait. What about blood runes? I'm about to buy hella runes, chat. Okay, Baba Yaga's magic shop. So blood runes, death runes during lunar diplomacy. Anyway, what's the fast? I think Arceus would be the fastest one for me to get to. Dead. Book of the Dead, yes. And then we could just go Dark Disposition. And then we could just go and buy our runes, bro. Right here. The rune shop is literally right there. That's kind of a W. All right. Who's selling though? The Book of the Dead now has 227 memories remaining. All right, Wizard. Who's selling, bro? Talk to Obor. Bro. Okay, is he upstairs? Am I gonna crash out right now, bro? Climb stairs. Climb downstairs. But why do I have the clue scroll in my inventory? I already know I'm not doing this. Okay. Talk to the wizard. Okay. I'm about to get tight. Oh wait, hold on. Study. Bro. Okay, I'm about to get upset because where's the it's over here, bro. What is this for? Magic shop? But there's who's selling, bro? Nobody's selling shit. Who's selling shit? Nobody's selling shit here. Like, what the fuck? Why is there a magic shop symbol? Nobody's selling shit, bro. I'm not in the mood for this buffoonery. I'm not in the mood for it today, bro. I'm not in the mood for the tomfoolery today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow you can do some tomfoolery. Trade. Okay, boom. Okay, let's just say I want to do 1,000 casts, right? Let's see. Okay. Ice burst. Let's just say I'm gonna do 1,000 casts. I'm gonna do 1,000 bursts, so I need 2,000 death runes. Fuck. Buy 50. Let's see. The value. 180. shift. Left click, buy 50. Oh my. I'm gonna be broke, bro. I'm literally gonna be so broke. And it sucks because I know I can go do Barrows, Gertrude. Is there another way to do? Can I? Fuck, bro. All right, let's just. Well, I'm gonna need it for Siren too, bro. I'm stressed. I'm actually so stressed right now. I'm spending all my bread, bro. Maybe this is not the strat, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this is not the strat, bro.
Attack, for example, chins, burst, or barrage. This will allow you to.
Alright, let's pause this because we really gotta focus, bro. This is level 89. Okay, he looks like a level where, you know, reasonable. Wait, 45. Damn, that's crazy. Simple, quick guide. How I defeated Fragment of Siren without bruise. UIM, Song of the Elves. That's kind of. This is kind of a good one right here. Let's see.
So this is my first time ever doing this boss. I've never done it on any account, and it's probably not the best idea to try and learn it on a UIM, as you can see by this scuff gear and my stuffed inventory.
I don't have a god book. Kind of booty. I mean, I don't have a tome. I don't have a glory. Okay. And I don't have a god cape.
I've been watching and studying quite a few videos on this boss, so I like to think I at least kind of know the mechanics of it. But of course, you can watch as much stuff as you want, but you're not going to truly learn until you experience it firsthand. Okay, I just pulled a very, very high IQ here. I think you can see what I've done. So let's just quickly drop one of these, grab the prayer potion, store that back up. And now we can start off with full prayer points and 3 full prayer potions. I don't know if it's really gonna make a difference, but you never know. Every little bit could help. All right, like I said, this is going to be the final attempt. We're out of supplies, and we got more things to move on to and things to work on. So let's do it.
What spell is he using? All right, blood. So he's using blood what? Blood burst? Blood rush? I don't know the name. Wet dirt kit. Ultimate iron is crazy though, I'm not gonna lie. She left me like I wasn't real, but I know what's real. Do you? Do you? Okay, so we gotta get the knives for that part, you know? Well, obviously he doesn't have knives, but I'm just saying for when I do it, we gotta get the knives or the darts, whatever it is. She feared my power, and she was right to. Let me show you how powerful I am. Oh. Okay, this not healing, I guess. Look at me. Look what she made me do. Do you see? Damn, Siren is crashing out, brother. I'm doing all this just for the elite clue, by the way. It's literally just for the elite clue. Okay, you gotta hit the lighter version. The lighter version, that's the real version. Okay, I get it. I understand. So he just heals himself up through blood burst? That's it? He's not even eating? Or blood, whatever? This shit is long, bro. Damn. Holy smokes. Wait, this shit started at fucking 1 minute. This is 10 minutes. 11 minutes.
Is.
Wow.
There it is.
Okay, so
Oh
he
my
didn't do nothing
God.
crazy though. Brother's shaking. Oh my God. Holy smokes.
There it is.
Okay, does it show what spell he's using now? No, it did not. So this was the most difficult challenge I faced in OSRS. Redemption is necessary for this. I calculated each of the redemptions, and it seems like you should use it 5 times out of the 8 big hits you take. It doesn't matter which hits you use redemption for, as long as it's not the first one. Since you start with
Let's see
full
the
prayer
diary
point
task
redemption,
first off.
taking 2 scissors of prayer bar after each redemption will be enough to last until the next big hit. I don't think I ever had to flick Mystic White because I had plenty of prayer left over by the time I hit big hit. 83 magic.
Hello
So
there,
this
and
is my
welcome to
first
my
time
guide
ever
on how
doing
to
this
defeat the
boss.
fragment of
I've never done
Serenity
it
Oh my
among
God.
the
Whoa,
elves.
whoa,
This is
whoa.
specifically a very low-level budget / Iron Man friendly setup that I'm going in with basically.
Damn, they all have the
minimum
Farseer
requirements for the
helmet.
quest. So technically, the quest only requires 75 magic, but unless you have access to a trident, I definitely recommend going in with at least 80. I'm
Dang,
gonna have
80,
to pause
bro?
in order to get to Blood Blitz, but honestly, without Blood
80?
Blitz, you're gonna have a really hard time. I don't think Blood Burst is quite enough on its own. The only other thing that really matters is your hit points level. You'll actually have
Dang,
an easier
80?
time with this quest the lower your hit points are, because most of the damage is cumulative based on a special attack that hits your max HP -1. So if you can get this done before you get your HP too high, you'll have a little bit of an easier time than if you wait. The other thing that's worth mentioning is defense doesn't really matter, as pretty much all of the damage in this fight is guaranteed.
Should I even try
Defense
it?
just help the tiniest little bit. So it can definitely benefit you to have it higher, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be all that different of a fight, even if you only have like 40 defense versus 70. In the inventory here, I've got some pretty basic supplies. The 4 prayer potions are very important, as we're going to be using redemption to provide a little bit of extra healing, so we're going to need a lot of extra prayer than normal. The food
I'm gonna watch this whole thing. I'm gonna really watch it
These
for
are
real.
annoying to get, especially as an Iron Man, but I do think they're really worth it, as it's very important to be completely topped up in HP, and the fact that these are 2 bites lets you do that a little bit more accurately and preserve some food.
So we
I
only got
definitely
4
think it's worth
prayers.
going out of your way to
1,
get some of
2,
these
3,
versus
4,
just taking
5,
sharks. Finally,
20
the last thing
pizza,
I'm bringing is some mythical
darts.
which play a very specific role in the fight that you'll see in a little bit. Finally, I don't have access to a rune pouch, but if you do, I highly recommend it, as obviously that will save more inventory space for food and make the fight a little bit easier. For equipment, I'm going with a very budget magic setup here. This is basically like your average mid-game setup.
So I
with
should
a
get a
couple
god
notable
cape is what you're saying?
exceptions. One thing is that I've got the Unholy Book here, which can be really hard to get in an Iron Man, but if you don't have access to it, you can go ahead and get a Travelman's Shield, which provides a decent magic and prayer bonus, and is really easy
I'll just
to
get the unholy, I
Another
mean the
thing that's
undead,
worth waiting
Book of
for
the Dead.
is doing Recipe for Disaster to get the Barrows Gloves before
Have
this
that.
fight, as they provide a nice +6 magic bonus and are really easy to get after the quest, obviously. And the last thing is, because you need 75 magic for the quest anyway, I highly recommend going out of your way and getting the Imbued God Cape before
Alright.
starting this fight, because it provides a
Okay.
lot more magic accuracy than the base cape. The key part here is actually going to be magic accuracy, so you need to get this as high as possible, because Saren actually has a pretty decent magic defense, and splashing is going to be your #1 enemy. If you're a main
Alright.
account, there are some ways that you can really easily increase your magic accuracy just with a little bit of money, such as buying an occult necklace or a Seer's ring. That's pretty much all there is to it though, so let's go ahead and jump on into the fight. So believe it or not, the Fragment of Saren fight is actually pretty mechanically simple. The key part is you're going to want to keep up Protect from Ranged at all times, as the ranged attack does massive damage, but it's reduced by like 75%.
Alright, you're gonna need to be doing all that. Well, I feel you though. I'll be doing that too. Get your fingers warmed up.
As much as possible by using Blood Blitz, which will heal you up.
Alright, Blood
Sarah
Blitz.
has 4 special abilities that she uses, and they all cycle through. So once you're through the cycle of all 4 one time, it'll repeat forever, basically. However, as Saren gets less and less HP, the attacks
Bro, I'm mad
will
I
actually
wasted
get
so
more
many
and more
runes,
strong.
bro.
These attacks will take place after a random number of basic attacks from her. It could be anywhere from like 3 to 7 basic attacks, and then she'll take on a special attack. The very first one is just going to be a basic pull attack where she teleports you right next to her and then tries to do a melee attack against you. The melee attack is actually massively damaging, and you'll want to be at least 1 tile away so you can avoid all damage from it. The counterplay here is just to click at least a tile away and then continue attacking as she does her melee attack. This is definitely the easiest of the 4 special attacks. The next special attack is going to be one where she clones herself into 2 to 4 clones, depending on how much HP she has left. The goal here is to attack the one that has a lighter colored circle underneath, which can be a little tricky to see, so it's definitely worth zooming out your camera here and making sure you've inspected each very closely before you click. The third special attack is where the special attacks actually start getting pretty important to deal with quickly. This is when she summons 3 healing tornadoes, and these can actually heal her for a lot of HP very quickly. This is where those darts come in. The darts are nice because you have 100% accuracy and 100% damage against these tornadoes, and these darts have a 2-tick attack speed. So it's a lot faster to kill them this way than with your actual blood barrage. You do
like
have to be a little careful though,
History
because the darts have such a short attack range. You'll be running into melee distance of Saren, so make
you
sure
gotta be careful,
watch out
bro.
for that melee attack and try to step away.
Gotta watch your ass,
as
boy.
you run around the circle to attack the tornadoes. The final special attack is the one that's definitely the most consequential and probably the one that'll dictate the entire pace of the fight. So she'll lock you in place and begin charging up a massive attack that's going to hit you for basically all of your HP. This will start at your HP level -5 while she's at max health, and go all the way up to your HP level -1 while she's under 250 health. So the goal here is to make sure you're at max health no matter what, and then throw up Redemption before the attack hits to give yourself a small boost of HP. This is definitely where the pizzas come into play, because you'll be overeating a lot to make sure you're at the absolute max HP possible, and that's why the pizzas are so nice, because not only can you eat them fast, you can also only eat half if you need to. After the actual special attack hits, don't panic eat. This is actually when you want to use your blood spell to begin healing up passively as much as possible before the phases begin again. When you actually want to eat to full is right before she's about to trigger that massive attack towards you, so after the healing phase, then that's when you want to eat to full. Another thing to note here is it takes 2 doses of prayer potion to make sure your prayer is up the entire fight until she uses the massive attack at you again, which means you have to trigger Redemption and drain your prayer to 0. So after the big attack, take 2 doses of prayer potion and then make sure you get your prayers back up as fast as possible to make sure you don't take any damage from her basic attacks. And that's it. The fight will continue going in this order until you die or she dies.
I mean, I don't see too difficult. 11 minutes and 31
so as you
seconds.
can see, no
It's
matter
crazy,
how you wing
bro.
it with these stats and this gear, it's going to be a pretty hard fight, but it's more than doable. So this
How do I
method
get
definitely will
blood
result
runes?
in a victory, but I feel like it's less consistent, and you might have a couple fails before you get lucky enough to actually get the victory. The sustainability of the food and redemption method is not quite as long as the Phoenix Necklace method, which I'll show you next. Okay, and this is the setup for method number 2. It's basically the same actual equipment, but the inventory looks a lot different. As you can tell, I've got these Phoenix Necklaces and Cave Nightshade, which you can pick up during the Watchtower quest, though they're untradeable otherwise. The key part here is we're going to be using the Phoenix Necklace ability to nullify damage to prevent most of the damage during the fight. You do need this Cave Nightshade in order to damage yourself, or if you have access to Divine Potions, because the only thing you can do while you're actually locked in place for the final attack of Saren is eat something. So you can't use like a locator orb or a rock cake to get your health down to trigger the Phoenix Necklace, and you'll see what I mean in the actual fight. So let's go ahead and jump in. So for the Phoenix Necklace method, things actually look pretty identical to the fight that you just saw. There's only one key difference, and that's how we handle the 4th special attack, or the nuke. So instead of getting our HP to max and turning on Redemption, we actually want to get our HP as low as possible and then throw on a Phoenix Necklace when she locks us in place. Right when she rises into the air, we're going to eat one of those Cave Nightshades, and that'll trigger the Phoenix Necklace to break, which will heal us up to 30% of our health. and to nullify any damage for a few ticks thereafter, so you basically wind up taking no damage from the big special attack. This basically means that these Phoenix necklaces will heal you for around your full HP level effectively because they're nullifying the damage. The only other thing worth noting is that you do need to manage your HP very carefully in this fight. If you get pretty lucky with your blood spells, you'll heal up a little bit too high because the Nightshades only hit you for 15 damage and they need to get you under 20% of your max HP.
I'm kind of
76 HP. That meant that I needed to stay under about 30 HP for this to work. So basically what I was doing was just turning off my protect from range periodically to make sure that Saren could keep me under that 30 HP level. And that's pretty much all there is to this method.
So, hold on, I use that. All right.
All right, so as
All right, boom. I pretty much have the same stats as this person right here. So let's see what they say. So, nearing Song of the Elf requirements and Wheel. And well, I've never done Song of the Elves. I started OS like end of 2023 and stopped for a few months during the summer. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm sure great or experienced players could do it much weaker than I am, but I'm curious how hard it is. For reference, the best magic gear I have is like Mystics and a Dagon High hat. Should I focus more on grinding gear, or do you think I can attempt it once I finish the Hunter grind? And tips for it when I do go at it? Any help appreciated. Boom. You might push for 80 mage blood blitz. I would definitely recommend the Phoenix necklace strategy. There are tons of videos about it. Don't get discouraged if you mess up the timing a few times before it clicks for you. I tried doing it with similar stats, but the Phoenix necklace never got closer than maybe 30%. Once I learned the timing with the necklaces, I got finished that fight at least twice without leaving. You don't need blood blitz with Phoenix necklaces. Ibans will do fine, and it's probably easier because you won't be able to accidentally raise your HP over the threshold. Ooh. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that one. Hey, Shugel HS. I like the sound of that. Farm some Nightshade with Belladonna seeds while you train. They're stackable now. I may see some dated guys using Nightshades which aren't stackable. Being able to stack them with Nightshade helps you even though it isn't necessary. And if you fail, having to wait to try again because you have to farm to do is painful. You also don't want to use blood spells with Phoenix. You also don't want to use blood spells with Phoenix strategy because you have to keep your health at a certain level. Because you are stacking Nightshade. Because you are stacking Nightshade, you can bring extra necklaces and use those to heal up to 30% HP. That's right about where you want to keep your HP. Stack with Nightshade makes this method insanely reliable too. I'll have to do that when I'm finishing my 100 grind. Thank you. This right here. I had to use Phoenix and I'm high stats with high level gear. It was easy as fuck when I learned a strategy. All right, Phoenix strategy. with Ivan staff. But first and foremost, we do have to do the other part though. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Anyway, ice burst. Ivan's blast. Okay, so both spells require death runes. So I'm just gonna buy, bad death runes, bro. I know, I'm about to be broke. It's okay. It's really okay. It's okay. I can always make more money. And think about the third age longsword, bro. Just keep thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, the bat. It actually hit me for one. Bro. No, I can't even log out, bro. Think about the bat. This is probably the lowest my cash stack has been in quite some time, if I do say so. Okay, so first and foremost, I gotta get to I gotta go to the I gotta get to here. But I think the ruins, yeah, I can just do Alcarid. That's easy. Oh shit. Oh no. Can I sell it back? Oh shit. Fuck. I did not expect it to be so expensive. All right, whatever. We're already here. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. Everything's just fine. I mean, I'm gonna get kicked out. Is there a bank nearby? Yeah. Okay, there's a bank nearby. Lock in, bro. And we got to figure out how to do the other boss too. I wish I could do it without magic, but do I have enough? Do I have enough Chinchompas is the question. Let's see. Let's see how many Chinchompas we have. Would that be a good strat? Would that be a good strat for real? Should I try it? Okay, Song of the Elves. Song of the Elves. OSRS. Okay, I don't need the quick guide. I'm literally at the I'm at this part, okay. Okay. Yeah, I already did this. You reach the door, can't speak to back, blah, 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 blah. Defend the camp for 4 minutes from several elf archers and warriors who also try to destroy the gate defenses. Failing will reset the attempt. The elf warriors will infinitely respawn even while under attack. Enemies will not remain aggressive towards you, so you have to keep attacking different enemies to draw their attention away from the barrier. It doesn't matter if any of them are killed. The barricade has to hold for 4 minutes in multi-combat. Since it isn't needed to actually hit the enemies to change their any weapon will do. Newly spawned enemies always hit the barrier first, so it may be useful to use a low damage weapon. Fastening weapons also dart, knife, and goblin pain cannon. What's that? I've heaved the barrier attack. The elven warriors come storming through the defenses away from Elena and nearby assault, who you must kill. Should you die or leave the battle, you will have to defend the barrier again. You will not have to defend the barrier again. But I failed defending the barrier the first time I was there. Someone may shove you backward to the spear, stunning you briefly, and then launch a range attack. Just a minute there. Alright, so if I just take, I'm gonna try to do a melee again. I'm not gonna lie. I know. We'll see. Okay, that's everything. A dart. As I'm getting in the right mindset to go into this fight, I'll make these mithril darts. Okay, so I just need to defend it for a long time and then protect from melee. So just bring a bunch of prayer potions. You know? Can't you just go like yeah, right? Or no? You have to be on mobile to do that? I don't fucking know, bro. That's what I'm asking you. Alright, so how many prayer potions do I have? Okay. Reanars. Okay, we're gonna take 14. Okay. 14. We're gonna make some potions. X. Okay. Bro, I could have thought I just pressed X, but I probably didn't. If I look at the clip, I probably didn't. So that's on me. Yeah, it's on nobody else but me. It's my fault. Okay. Can you chin in non-range gear? Like, does it matter? And then we got 5. Just try to keep your cool today, bro. That's all you need to do. Alright, snake brash. All. I'm never gonna want to drop a potion, right? Okay, shift, swap, shift to use. So drink, use. Now I can just spam this, really. Okay. 1, 2. Actually, I don't need to do that yet. I need to do that. Boom. Boom. We're cooking. All right, that gave me a little hope though. But 10 minutes for just What if I can't even make the phoenix necklace? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Dart. Okay. Chin. Okay. Crystal. Okay. Hi, babe.
Babe, do you want some crumble?
Do I want some crumble? What do you mean? Fuck the stream, bro. You know.